Hey guys, welcome to Lux Attic. In today's video we'd like to show you the 10 best steakhouses in the world. Although most people have changed their diets in these last few decades, and they're now trying to be more conscious about food choices than in the past, steak is the meat lovers go to time and time again. There is nothing that compares to a nice piece of flavorful meat cooked to perfection. In our current day, whenever we think about steak, the American steakhouse quickly jumps to mind. But the original restaurants that started serving steak date back to the middle of the 19th century in France. Does the term steak frite ring a bell? It's a traditionally French and Belgian dish that consists of a piece of beef steak, served with strips of deep-fried potatoes, or as we call them today, fries. One of the reasons steak is more popular in the States than in Europe is mostly geographical. Americans have a lot more space to raise cattle than Europeans, therefore their production of beef is a lot higher here. So when you really think about it, it makes sense, right? But what about the rest of the world? The US and Europe are not the only ones that raise beef or consume steak, so we need to keep other parts of the world in mind. In Asia, Japan grows Tajima cattle, which is reared in the countryside, and the result is a smooth and fatty Wagyu beef texture that simply melts in your mouth. In South America, Argentina is a proud beef exporter, and their grass-fed cattle have an exquisite taste specific to their region. As a meat lover myself, my mouth is watering just thinking about a nice piece of steak on the grill. So now we'll take a closer look at some of the best steakhouses in the world that we recommend you try when you're in those particular areas. Let's kick off this list with number 10. A Figueira Rubaiyat, in Sao Paulo, Brazil. We start our culinary voyage in the southern hemisphere, Brazil to be more precise. This upscale eatery is very popular in Sao Paulo. Not only for the great quality meat that they grow on their own estate and cook over wooden barbecue pits, but the decor of this place is also gorgeous. Dining under a magnificent Bengal fig tree offers a very pleasant experience, one you will surely remember. They do have other Rubaiyat affiliates in Sao Paulo, Buenos Aires, and one even in Spain, but the original is the best one, take our word for it. Number 9. El Capricho, in Leon, Spain. Although a little out of range from the most popular tourist attractions in Spain, this grill room will be worth your trip, guaranteed. Located on the northwest side of Spain, in Castilla y Leon, this restaurant owned by Jose Gordon will give you an appreciation for the sweet taste of Spanish oak. He grills his variety of T-bones and trecot, or sirloins, to perfection, which you can savor while sipping some rich local red wine. A must-try. 8. Antica Osteria Nandun, in Tuscany, Italy. Once in Tuscany, you have to taste the traditional bistecca alla Fiorentina, and which restaurant is your best bet? About 40 kilometers northwest of Florence, you find this little gem owned by Paolo Mugnai. The chef cooks the 2 fingers thick bone-in piece of meat right in front of you, so you can have a feast for your eyes, as well as for your taste buds. You would think the steak has many different seasonings to give it that amazing taste, but you couldn't be more wrong. All he adds is a little sea salt and a drop of their amazing Tuscan olive oil, and that's it. Enjoy! Next, at number 7. The Grill House, Johannesburg. The best steakhouse in South Africa by far, it can be easily considered the best on the continent as well. If you happen to be in the vicinity, you must stop at the Grill House, the place where you find great beef and great red wine. Famous for their slow roasted prime rib, which is cooked between 9 and 12 hours, their T-bone and rump are also not to be dismissed either. One of the newest grill houses on our list, they established themselves with premium cuts of meat and stellar service, and made it among the top-rated steakhouses in the world. Number 6. Gibson's Bar and Steakhouse, in Chicago. Chicago is a city renowned for great steakhouses, but if you absolutely have to pick one, we suggest Gibson's. The reason is simple, their Black Angus cattle, which is corn-fed for 120 days, and then aged for 40 days, makes their cuts tender and the taste distinguishable from any other steakhouses around. An icon since 1989 on the restaurant scene in Chicago, they pride themselves with excellent quality and exceptional service. Visit any of their 3 locations when in town, they do not disappoint. Next, we're at number 5. La Cabana, in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Argentina is renowned throughout the world for their tender and juicy traditional beef. They are among the top producers of grain-fed, hormone-free cattle today. Not exactly next door, if you're in Buenos Aires, you must make a stop at La Cabana. The A-grade beef grilled to perfection, mixed with A-list star celebrities, will make for a memorable evening indeed. Bring your appetite and don't be embarrassed if you cannot finish your grandbaby beef, it is not for small eaters. Number 4. Peter Luger, in New York. One of the oldest steakhouses on our list, Peter Luger has been around in Brooklyn since 1887. Their top-notch meat is imported from the Midwest, and it is dry-aged on the premises. A family-run business, their USDA Prime Beef certification is something they are very proud of. True New Yorkers, they don't believe in the customer being always right. If you're a somewhat fussy eater, who likes to complain about little details, find a different place to eat. But you should totally go there if you're a foodie who loves to savor every bite, you will get your money's worth. 3. Cut by Wolfgang Puck, in Singapore. Wolfgang Puck, the famous chef behind the Cut empire, opened his first Asian restaurant in Marina Bay Sands, Singapore in 2010. A contemporary atmosphere, and the finest cuts of beefsteak lovers appreciate, await you at this venue. Give the Kobe beef a try, savor the 300-day grain-fed Australian Angus, or stuff your face with any prime Illinois corn-fed cut you choose to. They all pair well with any of their house-made sauces, and you can wash them down with a red from their extensive wine collection. Number 2. Aragawa, Tokyo, Japan. One of the most expensive restaurants in the world, this 2 Michelin-star Kobe beef restaurant has been around since 1967. Their specialty is the Santa beef sirloin, which they cook in a brick oven using white charcoal. The mouth-watering tender steak, served only with pepper and mustard, is worth all the money in the world. The slow process, from raising the cattle for 28 months in Hyogo, to the 10 separate grilling stages, give the meat the rich and complex flavor you must try at least once in this lifetime. As usual, we've saved the best for last. Number 1. Goodman Steakhouse in London. Originally from New York, Goodman Steakhouse opened a London branch in 2008, and since then they have expanded to 3 locations. Voted best restaurant by thousands of customers, and awarded a Michelin star, Goodman recreated the New York steakhouse vibe with the leather and wood accents. You can choose from UK, US, or Spain beef, all dry, or wet aged on site, but we do recommend the ribeye. It is something out of this world, and definitely worth a visit next time you're in London. We hope you didn't get too hungry reading this, any of those restaurants sound like a meat lover's haven. Bon appetit! Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click that like button, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe to our channel.